Sunny South Florida, and welcome.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Brooklyn Cafe studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat at the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, or a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in free 888-994-4995 right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe. Did I scare you?
You scared me.
I saw you jump out of your skin.
You are insane.
Insane, like Crazy Eddie.
I gotta tell you, no one can ever tell me I'm emotional or hormonal because you, my friend, your moods are like, thank you. Thank you across the 6-foot table. Thank you for sharing my fruit, my breakfast. You are crazy. Are you having a better afternoon as we just now go into the afternoon hours? Did your morning end up well?
I have a fantastic. I have a fantastic
You're crazy.
news. I have breaking news. You know how we were talking about doing the breaking news piece?
Yes.
Breaking news.
I think you don't eat enough during the day. You eat breakfast and all of a sudden, boop, you're so much better.
What are you talking about? Teddy, I emailed myself two videos that I want to put on sometime during the show. You could pick it. It's about what's happening in New York City between the fire department and the police department. And I can't do one without the other because I was warned by each side that if I do, they're going to get mad at me. But yes, I am ready to rock and roll.
Me too. It has been an incredibly
I got
productive
something in my
morning.
ear.
I've got a lot of things started, a lot of things I have to finish up after our 2 o'clock show and get going, but I did reach out to Thomas Farms. Their general manager is going to call me. They donate to a lot of local food banks. They're going to let me know how we can get money to them. I also spoke to Feed America, and how they feed South Florida. I'm going to bring them on next week, so a lot of information are in the works. We had a great call with the 2 Minute Warning. We spoke with Dana and Bernard, and some things Benny's going to be working on this weekend for next week. What else? We had Teddy Unscripted came on at 10:30. We had In the Buzz with B at 11. Then you had Fuego at 11:30. A lot of moving parts. And then at 3 o'clock, we've got Florida Love. And I got to tell you, when I actually stop, have you noticed I spin around the studio? I go from room to room to chair. I leave piles of things.
I stopped.
You stopped watching. You sat down in another room.
Yeah, because I'm doing some editing. We have to do some new spots and things like that. I got to change some music for some reason. I don't know why. We've had it for 5 years, but for whatever reason now you can't use it. So I've had to do that as well.
And we have I don't know. As soon as our guests come on, Ted, you're going to let us know. But I'm really excited. We've got Mia. Our martini bar, Mia's Martini Bar is joining us, but we're not talking martinis. We're waiting for the Gubba rum to be delivered.
Gubba.
Talk about that, and I'm excited.
Is that breaking news?
That is breaking news, because you know what I'm thinking? Here's what I'm thinking. In times when finances aren't so great, what do you do for vacation? You do staycations. You stay home, you relax, you do a lot. A lot of people are having their staycations now. They said, all right, where am I going on my staycation? My bedroom, my kitchen, my patio. We're going to help you take it to a new level with Gubba Rum. And we're going to be creating these amazing new drinks thanks to Gubba Rum. It is Wicked Smooth, Gubba Silver, and Gubba Gold. You can buy it online. You can also get it through the Brooklyn Cafe's partnership with Gubba Rum. And for every case that you buy, we have a promotional bottle for you as well. It comes 3 to a case, 3 vanilla and 3 coconut. We're going to come up with some drink ideas so you can stay home. Maybe like an icy, like a slushy. I think someone posted, I don't remember, one of our producers posted how you make a lemon slushy. So I'm thinking we could do it with rum. And then we could drink it, put it in a martini glass. You could maybe even eat it out of a lemon. We're going to come up with a coconut maybe. We can eat it. I'm so glad that you're both doing your own thing, and I'm just sitting here talking to everybody else. But that's all good because Gubba Rum, check it out. You can buy that online, and we're going to get you all that information. It is crafted. It is artisanal. It is made with all natural, organic ingredients.
Whoa, wait a minute.
Oh, you heard me.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Yeah, you heard me.
I sent it to you.
I can't get me on this computer.
Would you take that and forward it to me now?
Okay.
What's artisanal you? What the hell is that?
Artisanal.
What the hell is
It's
that?
artisanal crafted.
What
It's
the?
like craft beer. It's artisanal crafted
Okay,
rum.
I'm sorry, new rule. No more words I don't understand. No more. Well, artisanal you. And you imagine, do you ever drink a bottle of artisanal you? I think I'm going to create artisanal you.
But here's what I've been looking at Teddy's T-shirt. It's backwards, but yet the New York isn't. So I don't mean to be staring at you all day, but I'm realizing it truly is.
I was wondering what you the hell was staring at.
It's great for
It's Brooklyn backwards, but if you look forward, it's New York.
That's called artisanal.
Have you seen it?
You. No, I'm not going to look at her T-shirt.
But I've been looking at it. You've noticed I'm like staring at you funny. I've been trying to read your shirt. I
She's
just now
staring at
can
you
read
funny.
it.
How do you feel? How do you feel about that? Tell us how you really feel about that.
But Teddy, one of our producers, actually has inspired me to go more on the vegetable, whole food kick. I'm staying away from those.
Wait a minute.
Those
Hold
foods
it.
that cause me
Stop jumping
crankiness.
around. I want to finish the Gubba piece before we get to the vegetables.
Okay,
Because now it's artisanal.
it is artisanal.
It's an artisanal you. I think we should have T-shirts that say artisanal you with Gubba on the back. And there's a reason
Do
because
you
we're going
have
to
your coasters in front of you?
I don't have nothing.
Look on top of your book.
I don't have nothing.
And what does it say on the other
Artisanal
side?
you. It says artisanal
On the other
you.
side has the website at the top.
And what do you want me to read it?
That would be helpful.
Artisanal you. I'm going to have that every week, all week I'm going to have that word, artisanal you.
Not artisanal.
GubbaRum.com.
No, the other one at the top. But they can also purchase it through us at
ThinkLiquor.com.
thinkliquor.com. There you have it.
THINLiquor.com. And did you hear, a new study just came out on the way over here, I heard 46% of our first responders are seen to be drinking on the job. I don't know where that came from. I don't believe that statistics because I think when you go home, there's nothing wrong with relaxing. On the job, not so much. So again, they had it all over the news. I don't know why they would come up with that. But it's always about drinking responsible. Having a little fun. There's nothing wrong with that because a little fun on the weekend, it's like Fuego said, is viernes social.
It is Friday.
Viernes social.
Party
You got
Friday.
artisanal you.
Party Friday.
I can't
Viernes
believe you
social.
say artisanal you. What the hell you
There's
come
no
up with
you. Artisanal.
that? No, artisanal you.
Why is there you at the end?
Because why not? I think you could be saying a bad word at me. You ever heard of that?
Think of an artisan. Have you ever heard of an artisan?
Are you eating
A pepper.
Oh my God. Oh,
Have you ever heard of an artisan?
yeah, it's a restaurant. The artisan.
No, that's the Addison.
Okay, whatever. What's an artisan? Now what? Another word.
Artisan. People who
Art.
handcraft things. Artists. So the rum is handcrafted.
Let me ask you a question.
artisanal
Why
rum.
can't you just say art craft person? You have to say artisanal and all that other stuff.
Because you asked me about the rum. That's all I
Rum
can
isn't
tell
done
you.
by hand. It's done by feet. You squish the grapes.
No, that's wine.
Yeah.
That's Lucy. Anyway, say hello to Jay Harmon. Jay Harmon, I'm glad you're watching because I would love to bring Jay in on the show next week.
He's artistical, no?
He is
Yes.
artistic. And because,
Artistic.
Well, we've got this amazing piece from Jay.
Artistic. Artistic and artisanal are two different things.
And what would the root word be?
Art.
Oh, good.
You
I
like
can't believe
that,
I just
huh?
asked you that. Yes.
You like that? I can't believe I got that right.
And this is
Art would be the word.
this is SAT 101, and we have not been drinking our Gubba rum yet. That is
We don't
all I
even
can
got
tell
it
you.
here.
We don't even have it.
We
but
got to
you-
go get it. But
They're
I'm
gonna-
in isolation of artisanation.
But I'd like to bring Jay, and I want to see what Jay Harmon has been working on while he's been home, and get some new pieces up here in the studio so we can spotlight it and
Oh,
show
Jay's
it.
on with us?
Yes.
Wow, let's bring him on. Artistic little Jay.
So I want to bring Jay on next week and do that. We've got Mia joining us. Mia's going to be talking about her side hustle. Mia is one of our producers.
Mia's going to be on too?
Mia's going to be on today, talking about her
The
side
only
hustle.
one I know that's coming on is Andrea. That's it.
And you know, that was just by the luck of the gods, that because you never even gave me her phone number to give her a way to come in.
I sent you the text.
No.
I didn't?
No.
I'm Andrissimocle.
But that's okay because at Promo Stuff for You, all you have to do is call Jeff Greenberg and you get to choose who you want to talk to. Press 1 for Jeff Greenberg, press 2 for Andrea.
And press 3 for Jeff Greenberg again, because I don't know, for some reason he got more than one button.
Promo Stuff for You. So we're going to bring Andrea on. We're bringing me on. I think Mia's going to be talking about Monet hair care products because everyone is now at home doing a lot of self-care. My nails, I'm going to be soaking them off this weekend because they're making me crazy.
Is it true that more women are shaving less and growing beards? Is that really true? Women are not shaving and their eyebrows are getting to unibrow and this hair coming out of their nose. The real you. Is that true? Not you.
Last I checked, women don't grow beards.
That's because they've been shaving.
No.
Yeah. Women now, they don't want to wear makeup. They don't want to wear brazises.
I have to tell you, that is actually true.
And what is it with the shoes to go get the mail? What is the new crave? Have you seen this? People are getting dressed like really, really funky to go get the mail. They have wedding gowns on. They got like space cadet stuff on. Women are putting on glow-in-the-dark shoes. They're taking clothes from the 1960s that they had in their closets, and they're putting it on now to go get the mail at the post box.
We should actually do a dress-up day.
Huh?
Instead of a dress-down day, it's fun. We should do a dress-up day.
But that's the new craze.
So do you
I
have,
ran out. I did the, remember in the day when people used to run across the baseball fields naked?
No.
The streaker? I ran out and got the mail as the streaker this morning, and I
How'd that
almost
go
got
for you?
arrested.
That's what I'm thinking.
The cops chased me into the
Who
house,
wants to see
baby.
you running across
Woo!
the street naked? Yeah. No, we should do a dress-up day, though. Do you have a suit, a tuxedo?
No.
I
No.
can come in like a...
I don't care. You dress up in a tuxedo. I'm not putting a tuxedo on this heat.
I think a dress-up day is well warranted. I think that would be a lot of fun.
I'm going to look for my skates. I'm going to wear an afro when I had hair, put on my glasses, and come in as the...
We had actually, and maybe you're going to remember who it is, and by the time we're through with the segment, I'm going to have a romantic dinner, romantic lunch. We should do that here and spotlight a restaurant or spotlight. I know we talked about Jessie. She's doing the music for that. A restaurant that delivers the food. You set it up really nice. You get dressed up like date night in your house.
No.
Why?
Because it's not time for that yet.
What if people need a little bit of romance?
You do it in your own house. You
That's
get
what I said.
Well, you're not going to do the romance at 12 o'clock during the day. That's
Why?
got to be the nighttime
Why?
show, the after. Why? Because no, who's going to pay attention to midday? Midday is fun day. It's get up and do the fun, the boogaloo dance.
The boogaloo.
Remember when I told you the dual twister game? I got a call from Milton Bradley, and they threatened to sue me if I ever open up my mouth about Twister again.
I love Twister.
But my idea is 2 twisters, right? You do yours, the other person does theirs.
It's like Twisted Sister.
Okay, let's move on,
We've
because
got
obviously...
Andrea from Promo Stuff for You joining us. And they have a great promotional piece. I know we're not going to see her, but we're going to hear her, and we're going to put their logo
Look,
up.
Mia says hello.
Hi, Mia. Mia's going to join us also.
Did you know,
They're
do
doing
you know
a great
what Mia's
promotion.
last name is?
Boriselli.
How did you know that? It's like Boar's Head. Remember Boar's Head? She's Borselli.
Mia Boriselli. Should we have Andrea? How you doing, Andrea?
Andrea.
I'm good. How are you guys?
How are you?
You know, I've never met you, and now I
Hey
still
everyone,
don't
this is Jeff, your
my
brand
God,
specialist
Andrea.
with
Like,
promo
she looks
stuff.
like
Andrea,
Belle.
Andrea looks like a cow. What the hell was that?
That's Belle.
Hey.
That's Belle?
That's Belle.
Oh, now she looks like a pen.
She's right.
Commercial's playing.
Teddy's
you go.
playing the commercial while we talk. Andrea, I never got
Oh.
to see what you look like. I still don't know what you look like.
I know what she looks
Oh, I
like.
was down there one day.
You know, Andrea, I have a picture of you, but because you asked me not to post it, there is a picture of Andrea on Facebook. I don't know if she has it. I think you're with your husband.
I don't know.
There has to be you, or
It
you got a
depends on how
sister.
far back you dug dig on the
Andrew, when I
pictures.
first started working with Freddie, he was never on camera. And one of his hosts that brought me in to be interviewed back in the day, I would say to her, why is Freddie never on camera? I don't understand why Freddie's never on camera. I kind of like that. I don't know what you look like. I've never met you, because now I'm even more intrigued, like Freddie used to say, because now we've got your commercial running and I have clearly no idea what you look like. It's kind of like this intriguing, what does Andrea look like?
See, Jeff is the face of the company. I'm the brains. That's how it works.
Jeff is the face and she's the brain.
There you go.
If Jeff is the face, we're all in trouble.
That is
Yeah, he's
hilarious.
going to kill me for saying that, but that's okay.
I love some of the things you're doing. Freddie showed me what you're doing for graduation, the signs, which is a great
Yes.
idea. They're doing a lot of virtual graduations now. I know Palm Beach County has announced their graduation schedule. I'm only hoping that they're going to read all the kids' names out during the graduation ceremonies at home. I think that'd be kind of cool.
Have you seen that they're posting? I was going to talk to Andrea because they are posting kids' pictures down the football field, like if they're graduating on the football
that's
field,
nice.
and they're taking pictures and the video, and then they're doing a Zoom kind of platform where they go in and you're going to actually walk down your living room. And they're gonna do that thing that you do, and you go like this, and then you're gonna somebody hands them a diploma
that's
on the other
cool.
side. All sorts of ideas are coming in here. But I was gonna talk to Andrea because she does all that kind of work. She could do the photos, she could do the yard, the lawn, everything, all that stuff they do.
Well, let's talk about some of the things that Promo Stuff is doing, not only for your business, but for graduation.
Well, for the graduations right now, we're offering a special. We have the yard signs for $18, double-sided, and it has the mascot and the kid's name, the graduate's name on it. I'm delivering them so far. Might have to recruit a couple other people to help deliver, but we can do it. And also have banners, a 2-foot by 4-foot banner for $29. And we can put a picture on there, and again, it has the mascot and the kid's name on there. So I also did one for a pre-K graduation. It was probably my favorite one to do so far.
What did you do? A yard sign?
A banner. She had her little girl's picture on there, and she loves unicorns and sloths, and put all that on there for her, and mermaids, and congratulations to the class of 2020. So they're going to have a little parade in their parking lot with the banner and stuff.
Now I wanted to ask you, can I get it's great to be a grandpa banner again. I got another grandson on the way. I think he'll be here next month.
June 1st, yes.
And I want to put it right in my yard to disturb my neighbors.
I was going to say, are you allowed to do that?
I don't care. You know me, I streak to the mailbox, I'll streak home, I'll streak anywhere.
Teddy, I'm going to send you a picture of the sign so people can see what they can buy for their graduates.
Now, some of the ideas that we've been talking about, Andrea, is to get together and use promotion to keep not only your spirits up, to keep your business alive, to keep it in people's eye. And it seems to be catching on. We got more phone calls today. I understand that Lou and David DePino, David wants to start something new. They're going to come on at 2:30 at the network. And they do that telemedicine thing that we talked about months ago. So Lou's involved in that. And at 2:30, he's going to, I thought it was important to put that out there because of what's going on. But promo stuff for you, I tried to talk to Jeff. You just got to keep it going. Now, Jeff isn't used to being in front of a camera.
He says because he's the boss, he gets more extensions.
He gets what extensions?
More.
For his hair?
No, in the phone line.
Oh, more buttons, yes.
Jeff has hair like you.
Well, he is hilarious, you know. He wrote on Facebook, when this is all over, I am going to go on a hug spree. So
saw.
get ready for out of control hugging.
Here's the picture of the banners that you can do, the signs for your yard, which I think is really cool.
It is.
For your graduate.
And are
And the-
those double-sided, Andrea?
The top ones are those are the 18 by 24 yard signs, and it comes with a stake too. And then the banners are down below.
For $20, that's unbelievable. That's
Well, there's a story behind that.
Yes, there is a story.
You want to tell it?
There was a lady on Facebook who was charging $25 for the signs, and they didn't have names, and you had to meet up with them to get the signs, and that's basically highway robbery, in my opinion, taking advantage of the situation. So talked to Jeff, and we decided to come up with a good solution and to help out the parents as well as the kids feel a little special this time of year.
and I see you can do them with photo or without photo. That's really cool also, so you can save it.
Right. The banners are where the photo is going to be. The yard signs are a little too small for a photo on there. It just doesn't work as good on a yard sign.
And how much are the banners?
$29.
Oh my gosh, what a great price.
You know, the funny thing about all this is that we put up, for your birthday, we put up the New Dawn
Theater,
theater
yes.
sign up in the theater, and we try to organize this so that I was supposed to take you on a deal outside, something to do while they put it up, and when we came back, it was supposed to be done. And there were companies that were giving me quotes that were even less expensive, but they had me moving the theater out into the parking lot, which becomes more expensive. Taking everything down, production. We actually were doing a show while they were putting the sign up.
I know. We were in the theater when they were doing it.
Did you know what was going on behind us?
I knew they were doing something, but when we're a show, I kind of tune everything out. And even after the show, I still never turned around and looked up. And you said to me, aren't you going to look and see what they were doing? I had totally forgotten. They were so quiet. And Kevin did such a great job. It looks beautiful.
Now Kevin was really
Kevin's
excited,
awesome.
Andrea, because I had at the time, and I'm gonna get him back in here to do some voiceover work. And the emphasis that I told Dawn is, yeah, he's coming to do some voiceover work. Little did he come with a ladder that's 10 feet long, and she's like, what kind of voiceover work is this guy doing? I said, don't worry about it, don't worry about it. I said, Kevin, you're a half hour early. I know, I'm excited.
But it looks so great. And you also do all kinds of lettering. Not only do you do promotional items, you do the yard signs, the lettering. I should send a picture over so everyone can see what that looks like also.
Well, the lettering is nice. They also did some lettering for me at the radio station. And I gotta tell you something, honey. The radio station here at this location at 1650 South Dixie has been there 24 years, I'm gonna say, more or less. And the signage that you put together in there, I even have signs when you open and close the elevator door.
It looks
The
beautiful.
banner's up for, and then everybody goes in there to take pictures. They love the work you did. You did the AMP logo inside the new studio that we got there as well. You did a fantastic job. Kevin is a magician. And one of the nicest
he's
guys
the
you've
best.
ever met putting up any kind of signage. So I said to Jeff, I said, Jeff, no matter what happens from here to until this thing blows over, we just got to keep pumping out every day something, something, something. So I notice now that Donnie walks around
I just sent it to you, Teddy.
with the book. And this is
Oh,
the,
I
don't
love
know if-
those
are you
books. They're
watching,
wonderful.
Andrea? Because we can't see you.
Yep.
And
I
this
see
is
you.
the book. So I am now going to walk around with my book. Because, and look at this, I have cars.
The
and
only thing I can't figure out is how, when you put your phone on top of it, does it charge it? I haven't figured that one out yet.
What do
You
mean,
have
how?
to turn or hit the button on the inside, on the back cover. You have to turn it on, and then you put your phone on top of it once you close it.
I did. I don't know if mine's.
This one?
Yeah, you turn that on. Maybe you need to charge yours.
No, mine says
Might
green.
need to be charged.
Put it on and see if it charges.
Yep.
How do you know?
Because it went.
Really? So mine doesn't do that. Maybe my case.
Your
I'll have to
case
try
might be
that.
too thick. Great.
Let me see what yours does.
It lights up like it's charging. I love this thing. I'm going to tell you something. You guys have
It
the
does.
most. Duh.
Mine doesn't do that.
Wait a minute.
It might
You
be
ready?
your
You
case,
ready?
Dawn.
You ready? You ready? You ready? Breaking news. Breaking news.
But how'd you do that? Because now it's not doing it.
Because you messed it up. Don't touch.
Where'd you put it?
What are you touching for? Stay at 12 feet away.
How'd you make it work?
Man, she messed it up, Andrea. I don't know.
It's on. I don't know.
You got to put it. Uh-oh. See, no, it's not working.
But it was working. Is that a dog barking?
Yes, my wonderful old little girl.
That would be your dog. And and there you go. And there's a picture of the New Dawn Theater. That's the sign that you all put up for us, which I absolutely love. Look, Freddie, look up. Look up on the
I like
screen.
to tell people between Jeff and I, basically we can put lettering or logos onto just about anything.
And that wall is probably, would you remember the measurements of that? Because it's tremendous. It takes up the whole warehouse.
I think the letters were like 20 inches, if I'm not mistaken.
And I think it's a 15-foot wall. So that's how tremendous that lettering is. It looks spectacular. Freddie always says you always got to look up. So you always got to look up. And that's our New Dawn Theater and promo stuff for you. Did that as well. There's so many great opportunities. Do you have any great promotional items that you think are like your go-to when people call you and they go, Andrea, I just don't know what I'm going to do?
It all depends on the business. I mean, for a realtor, a magnet would be an ideal thing. Or I had one time give the little jar openers, the rubberized jar openers to all of her closings. Keychains are good with realtors. It just all depends on the business that they're in.
We talked about, 'cause I know
Restaurants
you
good
gave
for
us some ring
napkins
lights
and
also,
coasters and-
and the bells.
Yes, our bells.
And she needs more cowbell, Freddie.
I've given out the cowbells that you sent me, Andrea. I gave it out to different nursing homes, actually, which are big supporters, and they're probably watching right now. And I gave out the cowbells, and they ring the bell every time I ring my bell.
Tell me what people are texting you.
I have something from Nostalgic America came in.
Maybe they need some promotional items.
No, they sent us something. I don't know what it is. I have to read it.
Okay. Andrea, how do people find you and promo stuff for you?
Call 561-693-2117, or our website is www.promostuff4you.com.
And if you have any questions, you want any other type of printing materials, banners, graduation signs, lettering for your office, you name it, even if it's not a promotional item as you would think, contact them because they do many, many products. These books are one of them, which I think are spectacular. And my book is in the other room, so now I've got pieces of scrap paper thinking if I'd only gotten up and gotten my book, I'd have it all in one
Don't
place.
touch my book. Now my phone doesn't charge.
Andrea, thank you so much for joining us. Contact Andrea or Jeff at promostuff4you.com. We're going to go to commercial break. When we come back, we've got Mia going to join us. So stay tuned. You can give us a call at 888-994-4995. We've got Teddy running all over the place today. We'll be right back.
Hey everyone, this is Jeff, your branding specialist with Promo Stuff for You. So we're entering the new year. By now everybody has gotten their corporate gift, so this time of year generally is quiet with the exception of marketing departments trying to figure out what they're going to do for 2020. So it's really important that a company figures out and does proper planning throughout the year as to what type of marketing they want to do. At Promo Stuff for You, I love being able to sit down with a client and figuring exactly what they want to do, when they want to do it, and time it with the various events that they might have coming up.
His abilities as a dry cleaner are so undeniable, Dry Clean Only tags have his phone number printed on the back. Stubborn stains sometimes call him late at night just to apologize. His pickup and delivery service is so fast, his vans have pit crews. He is the most interesting dry cleaner in the world.
You don't always dry clean, but when you do, use A&T Dry Cleaners. Stay dirty, my friends.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Did you see that? Did you see that? Did you see how the fire department and the police department in New York City are applauding our first responders, applauding the hospitals? It gives me chills. I'm going to try to reach out. Listen, I'm going to reach out. If you're a fireman, a policeman, anybody, maybe we should talk to the sheriff. I would like to take a contingency. Is that a word?
Okay.
If it isn't, make it up. Of police and fire department, I want to go with the trucks and the sirens. I want to go to a hospital who's been battling this thing, and for 5 minutes just stand there and give them a standing applause, because that's what just took place in New York City. That was sent to me by a fireman chief, actually. No, he said if I play the police piece, which is I was going to do, he's going to get mad at me, so I had to play both. But it doesn't matter. I'll play this thing all day long. All day long. Don't look at me that way, because you're going to get the siren.
Oh, I need a nap.
And breaking news, baby. Did you see the latest?
Yes, I did see the latest. I'm very excited again.
He doesn't even know that I already read this, and I'm ready to do this.
Do it, announce it. But
You
we
wanna-
announced it before, so you're just reiterating our partnership
No,
with them.
this is the new magazine coming out. This is all new stuff. New stuff. Back, there was a time that we did a show at Meisner Park.
March 12th.
March 12th, courtesy of Nostalgic America. And everybody knows Nostalgic America. And Bruce, if you're watching, I'm all in and I'm ready to start it right now. And Nostalgic America was nice enough to have us carry it. And what we did was it took our entire, well, it took most of the crew with us. And we put wires in there. I got pictures of Teddy when she was putting the camera in front. And we tried all different type of deals. We even created a pay-per-view platform where we're able now to put music on there that won't get squashed by social media. You put the links, they come in, they watch, pay-per-view if you want it. Doesn't have to be, but it's all there. But anyway, Bruce was nice enough to invite us to do this thing. They gave us our own dressing room, which was kind of good. The kids got an experience. We got the new banner that was put together.
It's
Huh?
beautiful.
We got snacks, and I was wheeling and dealing with the snacks, and it was a whole lot of fun. And we were, what would you say, 20 feet away from the crowds? There must have been at least 1,500 people there.
It was tremendous. It was the last concert at Meisner Park for the whole season, for the summer, until they reopened it up again in the fall. I think those concerts are rescheduled for January. But now we get to reaffiliate our partnership with Nostalgic America's website.
Website, nostalgicamerica.com, and they want you to know that it's coming out. When is it coming out? Did you read this?
It's a website. So you can go to nostalgicamerica.com because it is a live website.
But don't they have like a new magazine in there?
Well, here's
I didn't even read it. You read it.
I
What's
know.
it say?
It's a live website, nostalgicamerica.com, and it's going to be a place where you can virtually advertise your business, a lot like we do on our MobiPop, a lot like we do on our website. But now it is all the sponsors and everyone in the community that is working in conjunction with Nostalgic America to say, this is what we do, these are our platforms, and it just adds another layer of networking with the Brooklyn Cafe Show and Nostalgic America as how we collaborate with everybody. So I'm excited that we are now going to have our partnership on the digital platform, whereas we used to be in their paper platform, the print. Now it's digital.
And we've taken apart, Bruce, we've taken apart the magazine, and we're starting a Nostalgic America wall, and we're going to get lettering in there that says, do you remember when? Because there are things in there that brings back memories of when you were yesteryear. Now, I'm a lot older than Teddy, so maybe she's like, I don't know who that guy is. Well, that guy's name is Michael Jackson. Nah, it's not Michael.
She knows
I know
Michael
that.
Jackson.
I know that. But that's amazing. The opportunity to do that, we'll put something together formally to do that, but Nostalgic America is nostalgicamerica.com. Is that the website?
Well, yep.
And I see that they have trivia, they have video, they got all sorts of good stuff.
We
in
should
there.
actually log into it over the weekend and do a trivia game from it next week.
I think we should log into it.
Set it up, Teddy.
Why don't we do it right online and
Yeah.
then bring in some guests and let everybody. Are we ready to shoot out the platform with the vMix call? Are we good enough to put it on the air? Will it work? Yeah. Oh, we could bring in 20 people.
So we can do a trivia game online during our show. I think that'd be a whole lot of fun.
I think that would be great.
Let's bring in Bruce and Marcia and let's kick off our
And
video.
let Bruce and Marsha judge the winner of the trivia game.
Yeah, because if you and Bruce play it, you guys both know so much trivia.
Well, yeah, well,
Remember you did that on
No,
set?
he's good. I'm going to tell you something. Bruce is really good. Oh, that was my AOL You Got Mail segment. We didn't get to, you got that?
You've got mail.
Oh, there it, oh my God, I can hear it. And yes, oh look, it's Nostalgic America.
We also have Mia joining us. I can't wait to see Mia again. We haven't seen her in a long time.
Me.
Mia Borsali, she's been patiently waiting. How
Mia,
you
where
doing,
are you, Mia?
Can we ask you to turn your phone sideways?
Sideways?
Yes.
Does that work?
Oh, that's good. She doesn't have her phone on. Never. You got to put it on auto rotate, Mia. Never mind. Mia, no, go put it back. Put it back.
And now she froze.
And now you froze her.
I froze her.
Mia, if you don't put it on auto rotate, it won't work. If you put it on auto rotate, then it gives the whole box of you.
Oh my goodness.
We're getting there, little by little.
Let us know when she gets back in.
Now, when Mia comes back, we'll talk to her. But I'm really excited about. I want to do more sound effects. My son went on one of those family things, you know, that we're supposed to do Social Friday tonight. I don't know who's doing it. And he has a
Viernes Social. Is that it?
What are you, Italian? Viernes social.
Viernes social.
Yes. And he has this microphone. You would love this, Teddy. And he hits buttons and it changes his voice. And yes, and he drives me crazy. So he has one that goes, FBI. And I went, the first time he did it, I was like, Freddie, do you have somebody at the door? What is that? Frankie. No, Frankie, the FBI is at your door in New York, you know? And they said, what the hell is it? And it's Gio with all these sound effects.
He is so funny.
But I want to do...
She's like, she's so in for
you
that.
like sound effects, right?
I have a soundboard. Yeah.
I want to do some sound effects.
You are crazy. I only wish Gio or Freddie Jr. were watching right now because I can't imagine what it was like to grow up in a house
Fun.
with you.
Fun.
It had to be.
It was always crazy fun.
Like this. So you do this all the time?
All the time. I bought 5 pizzas one day for the kids. Frankie was there. We bought pizzas. We had a pizza party downstairs. I used to have pool table, ping pong table. I used to have air hockey. I used to have a poker's table. Freddie's good at cards. I'm going to tell you why. We used to have a poker's table. We had a video game setup with big TVs and everything else. And we did all of this. You know why? Because on Friday, it was Viernes Social.
Viernes social.
We used to have root beer floats. That was the booze. I had a beer, they had a beer, they had a root beer float. Ask them. It was all fun. When we came to Florida, we used to go to that Silverfish restaurant. What's it? No, not Bonefish. The other one. Long John Silver.
Oh, yeah.
We used to go there because they used to give you frozen mugs. Remember that?
Silverfish.
No, Silverfish is the thing that crawls
That's
around
what
the
I'm
floor.
thinking.
Long John Silver. You don't remember?
I do, but you said silverfish. All I can tell you is I'm just thinking back to when you walked in this morning and how you were so incredibly happy to where you are now and how you got there and did this. Do we have Mia back yet? Oh, my goodness. I'm upset.
That's because you told her to turn her phone.
We couldn't really see her. She was kind of just sideways and long ways, but we're going to get her back. And then we've got Chanel joining us, and we've got people sending us new segments for their show at 1 o'clock today, at 3 o'clock today.
What's on at 3 o'clock?
Florida Love.
I have a special gift for him if he behaves. Mr. Wait, what did he call me?
He called you a mush ball.
Mr. Mush has a surprise for Mr. What is he? The love teddy bear or something?
Give us a call at 888-994-4995. Actually, if you're watching, give us a call. Freddie will fill you in on that surprise.
How is the phone calls going about, you wanted to do a food drive. I wanted to touch base on that.
Yes.
And how's that going?
I'm going to speak with them. Feeding America is the parent umbrella foundation for Feeding South Florida. And they are the umbrella for over 300 agencies right here in our community on any given day. As of now, obviously, there are a whole lot more. So we talked about this morning the need to get food into our community, the need to get food out to people who cannot afford it. And in my opinion, healthy food would be preferable over some of the other food because some of it, even if you're putting calories in, there's really not the nutritional value.
Well, hold on a second. What is it you're sending? A box of
Well, that's
vegetables.
the other
What is
side.
it?
I'm going to be talking to them. I'm going to send them an email, Feeding South Florida, on how we can collaborate and get their information out on what they're doing. There is a challenge that 2 attorneys put together, Michael Gottlieb and Louis Reinstein, for Feeding South Florida. It's 19. It's 19 push-ups, $19, and 19 people you tag in it. And the hope is that those 19 people you tag can send in $19 and do 19 push-ups. It's a lot of fun. It's not a lot of money. And this way the money just goes into this big pot to feed the community. But I want to bring this awareness forward, and I'm only hoping I can do 19 push-ups. So I want to bring them on the show next week.
You
as
might
well
as
as
well make
Michael
it
and Louis.
20-20-20. Because for 20, you get 2 boxes.
And you know what they tell me? For $1, $1, I have to look at my notes because I can't even believe this is true. $1, 7 meals.
What kind of meals?
Well, we're going to talk about that. A lot of grains, beans.
So we have to raise some money here.
$1, 7 meals. Think about that.
I got you, but we have to raise some money.
Got to raise some money, but you know
Okay,
what?
so-
Let's
so-
have some fun
so
doing it.
We'll have fun, but I need to know We're going to be raising money to get what kind of foods and where is it going to be distributed. Is that what we're working on?
So we're going to talk to them. It goes right now to 300 agencies. I also spoke to Thomas Produce, and they deliver a lot of their produce to a lot of the food banks already.
Right.
So I'm waiting for them to give me a call back to see how we can make a donation, a financial donation, to let them send some more food over, because I would love to do that. Teddy said even on the weekend she'd be happy to pick it up and deliver it, because Teddy doesn't have enough time on her
Leave
hands.
Teddy alone. She has so much time on her hands. I got 14 things I got to ask Teddy to do right after this show, and I think she's going to be a little busy. But the bottom line here is that we have to raise money and awareness of where we're going to be sending it. And I got to say, yes, Gio, you were right. Gio asked me to do this 3 weeks ago, and I didn't pay attention. I says, okay, we'll get to it, and I didn't do it. And he even sent me the phone number of who to call, who you're probably talking to right now, and I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I'm going to tell you why I didn't do it. I didn't think it was going to get this out of hand. It's on me. I take the blame, absolutely. But he said to me, Dad, you should do this.
We talked about this getting out of hand.
And he gave me the pay-per-view site. He put it up in 24 hours, something that takes 2 weeks to do. He worked all night. He put it up. It is up. And we were supposed to do music concert to raise money just for this. So now, 3 weeks later, I'm prepared to go out and do this. I can ask some people to sing to raise some money. I can ask people to do, maybe Chef will do a meal on there to take a break or something, and then bring in another artist to sing, and we can raise some money that way. And again, I'm not touching the money. We can send the money wherever it got to go, all of it, 100% going towards this cause. Fair?
You really didn't think it was going to get this out of hand?
I did not.
Because we talked about this. We talked about so much of this that I don't think, I'm not going to get into it, but yes, it is out of hand.
I did not realize, I thought when unemployment and the stimulus came out that the money would flow. I never knew big companies were going to gobble up all the monies. I never knew unemployment isn't working, so a lady with 4 kids and her daughter and all these grandchildren in Wichita, I'm watching her break apart, because forget about paying rent. They're talking about eating, putting food on the table.
Well, part of what I think is going on right now in our county school systems is they're not opening up schools for the rest of the year. They don't even know what they're going to be doing in August, because things are going to have to change. You cannot open up to 1,200 students as things stand now. I don't think you're going to be able to open up to 1,200 students as we used to. But they're going to have to get food into these children between now and then. They spent so much time and so much money needed to get food into these kids, because so many of these Title I schools, this is where the children got their food: breakfast, lunch, snack, and sometimes a big enough lunch, or they were sent home with a second meal for dinner. They're not in school to get these meals, but the food is still going out. And you talk about funding and the lottery and people spending less money on the lottery, so less money is going into our school systems, but yet all these kids need food. I mean, the trickle-down effect, it's not a trickle-down. This is a deluge of stuff. And the most important thing, deluge.
Another
We
word.
need to feed our families.
We need to help feed as many as we
Got
can.
to get food
it's-
and
it's-
nutrition
and
to
it-
them.
And again, and I don't want to get down, because I'm very happy about everything right about now. Everybody is calling, and it is working. People are calling, and it is working. But there was a time 5 years ago when I met you, right before I met you, me and Les had a big argument about a documentary I had seen in Pennsylvania, because I know a lot of people from that neck of the woods. And in Pennsylvania, there were people living in their cars and children going to school right out of their cars. And that, to my knowledge, hadn't changed. And this has been almost 5 years now. And it really ticked me off that I even wrote a letter to somebody they gave me. I never heard back anything. But it's a problem in
How
our
could you have
country.
an argument over that?
Because Les says that those people, and I don't want to get into I mean, everybody has an opinion. That everybody has a right to work, and everybody should get up and do it. And they
Oh, it was
didn't-
one of those arguments.
one of those arguments.
Okay.
And again, it wasn't about what you could and couldn't do. It was about what the kids were going through. Because psychologically, living in a car has a very detrimental effect on you, not today and not tomorrow, but for the rest of your life. And you just don't know what that's like until you go through it. And it just really, really got me upset with him, because he was just looking at this from the soft side. Go live in it. When I was at NYU, my professor made us go and live in a soup line. And then I went and I stayed in an overnight shelter, fearing for my life. I left at 3 in the morning. I couldn't take it anymore. And unless you go through that, you will never know what it's like. Just saying. Not to bring it down. I'm happy people are coming and people are calling. You keep whatever you need. Let me know because I saw you running around here like a crazy person.
I really, and that's why Deborah Tenderton, what she's doing for Eat Better, Live Better is so important in my heart because she's getting healthy food to the families in Palm Beach County, not only Delray, Palm Beach County. If you need food in Palm Beach County, she's actually going even further. Just reach out to Eat Better, Live Better. If you want her phone number, we will get you in touch with
Her
it.
program is up and running?
Her program, not only up and running, they're doing hundreds and hundreds, 700, 800 meals, and they're putting it together. You can make a donation, and they're going grocery shopping. If you make a donation and they have one of their suppliers where normally they'd get maybe 100 cans of green beans for whatever, $10, they are now doubling and tripling the orders for the same amount of money because there is food out there that we have to get out to people. The produce, the farmers, people have food. We just have to get it into the right hands to get it to the right people. Everyone is being magnanimous about it and getting it out there. So reach out to Deborah Tendrich. They are delivering it to pickup sites and they are delivering it to people's homes if they can't get to the pickup site. So that is eatbetterlivebetter.org, EBLB.org. Do we have Mia with us?
Yes.
There she is. Her phone's still that way. We're going to keep it that way. Mia, don't touch it.
Don't touch the phone, Mia.
How are you doing, Mia?
Good. How are you guys?
We're great. We miss you so much.
I know. I miss being in there.
How are
I
you
miss
doing?
all you guys. Pretty good. Things are starting to get somewhat normal. I'm happy to be able to do this today, and I'm happy my work is calling me and saying that we're going to be going back to normal soon, or like our new normal. So I'm excited.
So how are you going to be doing that?
I don't know. I know the next few weeks we're coming in for different reasons, to do some cleaning projects, to learn new protocols, go through new training for what it's going to be like now. So that's what the next few weeks will hold.
That'll be interesting. You'll have to let us know because you work in a restaurant, you're a bartender. You'll have to let us know what these new normals look like. So I'm sure they have to be coming down from a bigger government official agency to open up the restaurants.
Yeah, I know that we're going to have some new cleaning protocols and new ways of like the gloves and everything and distancing between people that we're going to have to learn about.
Interesting.
Well, that's the same. We knew about a week and a half ago about this phase coming down because you got to hit a certain spectrum for these things to happen. But the Parks Department and everything else, we talked about this. I know. I'm not allowed to say it. I know. But we've known for over a week that this stuff was going to come down. And they kept us to secrecy, you know. And there are certain things you have to be careful about yourself. You got to watch your long hair. Everything about everything now is about taking care of you first so that you can take care of everybody around you. So you just got to be careful. Now, I have a question. Maybe you can help answer. Maybe you guys can answer. Nobody's ever answered this question. When I was in high school, we couldn't afford gloves. So we put soap on our hands and we let it dry. We let it dry. Doesn't that work the same as a glove? Just asking.
I would say no.
Why?
Why would that work?
Well, of course, you know, I don't know. It can't work that long.
Because then once you wash your hands, it comes off.
Okay, that's the idea. So there's a bacteria.
Yeah, but
And then I'm going to do it. I am going to put soap on my face and hands and let it dry.
try Elmer's glue.
I could do that too, but I think soap is more.
You can soak your hand in paraffin and walk around with a wax glove all day long.
Paraffin?
And you'll be
What
so
is
moisturized,
paraffin?
it's going
What
to be
is-
nice and soft
well,
and
what
supple.
is that?
You get manicures and pedicures with paraffin, it's a wax. And when it peels it off, you're very nice and smooth.
So, but can I wear that all day?
You'd be very moisturized. You'd be a mush ball, as
No,
Ken
I'm
said.
I'm just thinking because she's in the restaurant business. I'm thinking of ways to, I mean, short of putting on a mask.
They're going to have to wear a mask. There is no doubt. As a bartender, as a server, they're going to have to wear masks and gloves and change the gloves between every drink she makes. I mean, this is going to be a huge change in protocol.
And your place is indoors and out, or just indoors?
Mine is both. It's like open windows, so you could pick which one you want.
Now, do you think that the protocol is going to allow for indoor seating or outdoor seating?
6 feet apart.
I noticed even before this happened that everyone was wanting to sit outside because we do have an outside bar too, and people were fighting for the outside seats, like even when this was starting to happen. So that's probably going to be a thing.
Well, I got another idea. Your place does takeout, right?
We're going to start doing takeout starting this week.
Okay, so I take takeout, and I go home, and I sit outside.
Hence the romantic dinner I talked about.
No romantic. Oh, well, I could put music and stuff on like that. But I'm just saying on the safe side. I mean, honestly, when they open the restaurants, is everybody going to go to the restaurant? I don't know. Maybe
I don't
they
know,
will.
but let's talk to Mia about her side hustle, because Mia's side hustle became a thing after she stopped being here with us, but she's going to come back and be with us soon. I got to talk to you about that. She's going to be going back to the restaurant soon. But in the meantime, you developed a whole nother line of business and income for yourself.
Yeah, so I started to do Monet during the quarantine. It was actually something that I've been wanting to do for a while, but I didn't have the time to kind of like prepare and learn about the product. So this ended up being a good time to do it. So, yeah, I started during the quarantine because all of the work that I do is on my phone. So this is kind of the perfect time to start this kind of a job, because basically what I've been doing is connecting with people on Instagram, posting about these products, and getting the time to learn about the product. So it's been really good.
Tell us about the products.
So it is called Monate. It stands for Modern Nature. All of the products that we have are vegan, and they don't have any chemicals. There is like no sulfates, no perfumes, no parabens. I did actually bring some other shampoos today as well, because usually these are the shampoos I always use: Tresemme, Pantene, and I actually was testing them today, the ingredients, and all of them contain those chemicals. They all have alcohol, and they all have certain sulfates and perfumes that dry out your hair. So the Monate products are really different because they have over 13 essential oils in them, and those are going to contain like fatty acids, all things that are going to keep your hair really strong, antioxidants. They all have that in them, so it does make your hair really, really shiny. My hair has been really soft since I've started using it, so I've been loving them. I brought only my favorite products over here. There's so many.
So they've got more than just shampoo. There's a whole line of products.
Yeah, so it's what's cool about Monet too is it's different, because what we do is, my job right now is to connect with people. I find out what products will work for you by giving you a hair or skin quiz, whatever you're interested in, and then I recommend the products that are going to be most beneficial for your type of hair. So these are the ones that really work for me. I would say the shampoo and conditioner is really awesome because it takes out all the dirt and oil in your hair. I've even noticed since I started using it, girls usually we wash our hair like every other day because it gets oily. And with these products, they do such a good job of cleaning your hair that I've gone so many extra days of not having to wash my hair, because it's just like still looks so good after a couple of days. It's pretty crazy. So the shampoo and conditioner is really good for that. My favorite product is probably the Rejuvenique oil. So this oil has 101 uses. It is actually infused in almost all of our products. And basically it is like a little dropper, and you put this in your hair to give it extra shine. It's going to make your hair stronger too, and more like maintainable for when you're styling it. It also, you could use it for dry skin. You could use it for like a oil treatment on your hair where you would leave it in and then rinse it out. I actually have been using it on my dog's skin because she has really dry paws and dry nose. So it works for that. It works as chapstick. It's like the miracle product.
So Freddie wants to know if it takes the same amount of drops for your hair as it does for his.
I didn't say that.
You would probably not need too much. Yeah, all of these products are really concentrated. So you would probably be good with like the smallest drop. I use 2 drops in my hair, and as you can see, I have a lot of hair.
You use 2 drops for all your hair?
Yeah, I use literally 2 baby drops. My favorite thing to do is after I straighten my hair, I put this in, and it literally makes my hair so shiny. And then you put it on the roots a little bit, and it gets all the flyaways. Girls know about that when you're like blow drying your hair, straightening.
Remember I was using hairspray and I kind of got the flyaways like I did with, yeah. You don't have that problem.
Yeah. So
No, I have skin for it.
yeah, that's a lot with girls' hair. And then I would say my other favorite right now is the blowout cream. If you do like to blow dry your hair, I actually always hated blow drying my hair because it would take me like 30 minutes. And I always felt like my hair looked really dry and frizzy after. But you use this before you blow dry your hair. You use it from the roots to the ends. It's a heat protectant, so it's not going to damage your hair. And also it makes it stay longer, so your hair is going to have that blowout look for longer. And it also just keeps your hair more soft, smooth. It prevents the frizz from happening. So that's one of my other favorite ones too.
Who do you think has longer hair, Teddy or Mia?
It's probably close.
You think so?
I
It
think
looks pretty
Teddy's a
close.
little
I
bit
think she has thicker
longer, but
hair.
I'm growing mine back.
Between the two of you girls, oh my gosh. So has starting a business been good for you during this time?
Yeah, it's been really awesome because I have never had any sales experience before this. So it's been really good. I'm kind of learning what that life is like, learning how to take some rejection along the way, learning how to speak to people. I've been watching a lot of podcasts on like connecting, and I've learned a lot about other people too, just from having to connect with people from my past, people I hadn't talked to since high school or middle school even. It's been pretty cool, honestly. And the products have made my hair amazing. So that's probably my favorite part is using all the
People are
hair
writing in
products.
about your smile, how beautiful you are.
Aw.
I think
you.
she should open up Mia's modeling agency. I mean, I what do I know? I don't know too much about nothing.
That's a good idea. How do people reach you and get these products?
Well, I'm mostly on Instagram. You can find me on Facebook too. It's gonna be Mia MIA Borselli BORSELLI, and I will hook you up with that hair quiz, skin quiz, find you whatever products are gonna help you, and yeah, you're definitely gonna love them.
Fantastic, man. Well, good luck to you. I can't wait to get you back joining us. And I heard from a little birdie that you have a tremendous TikTok following also.
No way. I don't have a tremendous following.
That's not what I
I've been
heard.
making
Oh, we saw the numbers. Sorry, no denying it. Tremendous
I've been
numbers.
making them. Yeah, it's weird because some get a lot of views and then some get 0. I don't know what the algorithm is for that, but it's been fun, entertaining me during this quarantine.
You look terrific. We can't wait to have you back, do some more things in studio, send some commercials, and get Mia's own show up just like Teddy and Slick and Behave for 2020 Vision.
Very cool.
All right, Mia, have a great weekend. Thank you, honey. Good to see you smiling. Stay
You
safe.
too. Thank you, guys.
Alrighty.
How does she smile all the time? My mouth hurts from smiling so much.
She always smiles.
I know.
When she first walked in, she was smiling. When she left the last time we saw her, she was smiling. But I'm totally serious. She has that whole look. What's
She's
that
beautiful.
word you said? Art what? Artistic?
Artisanal?
Artisanal. She has an artisanal look.
She's beautiful. is
She's
what
like the
she
Mona
is.
Lisa.
Isn't she?
Yes.
She really is.
Pretty good stuff. We got to get her to do a show.
Yes, we do. We have to get her an Ethernet attachment.
Oh, she needs, what, she got a Mac?
No, she has a PC. But she
Oh, she doesn't have
She
Wi-Fi.
doesn't have a router.
So how's she getting on?
She's on Wi-Fi right now.
Well, she's on somebody's booster?
I'll explain it later.
In her house?
Her apartment.
Oh, she's on a booster for the building.
Yeah.
I know how to overcome
Of course
that
you do.
one.
All right, let's go to commercial break. Just during our 1 o'clock hour, we've got Pamela Chanel David joining us from The Reinvented Life. She was a guest speaker on an amazing women's summit that started on Monday through today. She spoke on Wednesday. She's going to give us a recap of how it's going. So stay tuned. You can give us a call at 888-994-4995, and we'll be right back.
Healing Moments Wellness Boutique specializes in integrating scientific and ancient therapies to relieve physical, emotional, and psychological distress. Through the power of touch, coaching, and meditation, clients experience pain relief, relaxation, healing, and detoxification. Contact Healing Moments Wellness Boutique at 561-931-2187 and experience Boca Raton's Healing Haven. Enjoy the benefits of an individualized treatment plan to help find your feelings of peace, complete balance, and wellness. Call Healing Moments today, 561-931-2187, and be rejuvenated.
If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would listen. It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power, a platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions, a voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have a platform you deserve to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself the chance to be heard and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE to 55312. That's CAFE to 55312. Or call us at 866-224-5422. Your voice can make a difference.
The way you live your life says a lot about you. The way you choose to commemorate your lifetime can say even more. It's a single event that speaks volumes. So how do you celebrate a life? Dignity Memorial providers believe that your memorial service should be as unique as you are, reflecting your personality and your passions. It should be a perfectly tailored send-off, a fitting tribute for family and friends to celebrate the person they love. We're professionals at catering to your every need, right down to the catering. In fact, no detail is too small. So when it comes time for a fitting tribute, we'll see that your final wishes are beautifully fulfilled. It's what Dignity Memorial providers are known for. And why you should rely on us to see that your life is well celebrated. The celebration of a lifetime begins here.
Let's all welcome a new sponsor to the show. It's AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet TV radio production company, discover AMP2 TV, a full-service production company that can provide all streaming videos in studio or remotely. They offer web page development, and they use all the latest platforms to help make all your business selling points more powerful. They can do remotes or live radio streaming as well as tape productions for social media platforms and television. AMP2 TV can handle all of your television needs, including closed caption for a perfect on-air telecast. Choose from a variety of creative TV and radio packages or visit one of their many studios to get your creative juices flowing. Come and see why AMP2 TV works with many major companies including Comcast, Bravo, and Fox 29, as well as individuals and businesses of all types and sizes. To see samples of their work or to find out more, visit their website at amp2.tv. That's A-M-P, the number 2.tv, or call them at 866-224-5422. Feel free to call for a quote or just a consult of how to put your business on a social media platform or radio platform, or just doing a show that is covered by all platforms. Call 866-224-5422 and make an appointment. That's 866-224-5422. At Carmen Care Advanced Laser Therapy, our professional team specializes in finding the best alternative laser therapy treatments for your painful conditions. Do you suffer with chronic pain, a post-traumatic injury, or simply looking for the benefits of cell rejuvenation to the skin? Schedule a consultation today to understand how photobiomodulation can help reduce your symptoms, reduce or even eliminate pain. Give us a call today, 561-405-9577. We focus on treating you who has a disease, not a disease that defines who you are. Contact Carmen Care Laser Therapy today, 561-405-9577 or carmencarelaser.com.
Kids for Kids Ministry. The vision is to see children in Haiti emerge from extreme poverty into an extraordinary destiny in Christ. The problem is the orphans in Haiti lack clean water to drink and food sustainability. These children need art-integrated education, medical needs, shoes, clothes, a lunch program, and teacher salary aid. The mission is to sponsor local leaders in Haiti to support them in the care of orphans and vulnerable children. In January of 2020, Kids for Kids traveled to Haiti to visit the orphans at their home and at their school. The school has now grown to 30 children attending daily classes, but there are many things to improve upon. To help us or to donate, contact Patty Paget at Kids for Kids Ministry, 561-876-1710. That's Kids for Kids Ministry at 561-876-1710.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
They're coming to get you.
They sure come and get me, because after this week, it has been an incredible week, is all I can say. It's nice to have you back in studio with me. It's nice to have Teddy in a couple days a week, slowly but surely, right? We're opening up a little bit at a time. No guests, no open to the public yet, but can you imagine doing all of this work remotely?
I'm going to tell you something. What people don't understand is when this is finally over and done with.
You mean that 2 o'clock?
No, I mean when this whole epidemic
the pandemic is
done. And you have been working so hard from home, you know, and you got to bring all that new material with you to the studio. And you have 15 to 20 new platforms going on. It's a lot of work. So I'm hoping when this is all settled, that we are going to have people in different parts of this place, separated, of course, maybe with the bay doors open, and people are going to have to handle this because it is a tremendous amount of work.
I know. It hit me when I finally sat down, when I stopped spinning around the studio at 12 o'clock today, and by 12:15, I went, phew, but we're still on air. But we've done a tremendous amount of work, a lot of good work, a lot of relaying foundations for when people start coming back out of this, and hope, and giving the next step to all of this after we've, you know, think about it. March 12th, we went to Meisner, and I remember saying to you, when we did cover that concert, I don't think we should go. I don't think we should expose the crew. And you and Bruce and Marcia took really good care of all of us, and we were offside. We weren't even in the crowd. We had our own little area, our own dressing area, thinking that we were going to shut down for maybe 2 weeks. That was March 12th. We are going into the last week of April. Next Friday is May 1st.
And we're going to be going through this in May.
6 weeks of this.
End of May is what I'm seeing.
And, you know, then coming out, and then I said, oh, Cinco de Mayo, that's not happening. Mother's Day. Little by little, if we open up intelligently, and once the restaurants open up, it doesn't mean 50,000 people go out and be unprotected. You got to be smart about it. And I think people are realizing, I'm hoping and praying, for the most part, people realize what they need to do for themselves.
Yes.
And their families, to keep people protected and exposing other people.
I remember when I was growing up, I used to tell my two boys, Freddie and Gio, because Michelle used to be very strict. She had a certain way that she believed things should be, and I wasn't going to argue with her. She wasn't wrong. So they used to say to me, Mom is mad at us, and we don't like it when Mom gets mad. They were young. And I said, listen, I'm going to teach you something that my uncle taught me once. If you don't want somebody to tell you what to do, make sure that her name is never on your lips. If you never have to say, Mom said this or Dad said that, then you're good. You're golden. Do what you're supposed to do, and don't let people tell you wear a mask. I mean, you're supposed to wear a mask, right? Home Depot, I applaud you, because they make you wear a mask or you can't go in. That's amazing. Now, I am a firm believer that where there's more stuff in the air, I'm not going to call it bacteria, but stuff, like Home Depot has stuff. They have dust. They have plants. They have stuff. I have a feeling that that's a place where this stuff can get a little carried away. So you want to have a mask. The better the mask, the better the protection. Yes? No?
Theoretically.
Theoretically. Washing your hands. It is now a virtue, not a virtue, what is the word? That you should be doing this all the time. Wash your hands half hour. Even if you don't pick your nose, go wash your hands.
There you go.
Because we're always touching our face, touching your hair. I love women. They always, what is it with the hair thing? Yeah. And there you have it. What is that?
You just got to make sure it's laying in the right place and where it is.
Don't touch your face and don't touch your hair.
Mia's got all these people that were watching about her smile and had to tune into her, and Monet, absolutely. B says, Mia's cat.
Okay, can you stop touching your hair?
I'm reading I'm reading what everybody wrote.
Get
Our
your
crew
hands.
has been amazing. Teddy, you should take a mic and talk about what you spoke about today on Teddy Unscripted.
Yes,
She's
because
putting her pieces together also.
Yes, and you're going to see more production coming out of Teddy's show, which is a nice thing to see. Same thing for Slick, same thing for Fuego, and same thing for B. We also want to get Mia to get her own thing going as well. Brady, I want to thank you for sending me the album, The Library of Music.
Yeah, he said he sent it to you.
I have it, and we're going to be loading it on ampitup.fm, which is our online radio station, and you can hear all the shows. If you hit the butt button, by the way, it works.
Butts?
Butt, B-U-T-T is the online button. Hit it, we fixed it, yeah.
Well, who named it that, by the way?
It's a program called B-U-T-T.
Oh, it really is. I thought you named it that, or Gio named it in his infinite wisdom.
No, that's what it's called. What is wrong with you? You know what? You're gonna get the buzzer. Breaking news. Did it work?
Yeah.
Okay.
So tell us a little bit about your show today, Teddy. What did you talk about?
Is it on? Yeah. I was talking about unsolicited texts from exes now that everyone's lonely because of the quarantine. And
Whoa, what?
Yeah, so I had gotten, you told me to tell stories about my life.
Yeah.
So I got a text in the last 24 hours. I got text from 2 separate ex-boyfriends of mine just trying to reach out and reconnect that I haven't spoken to in years. And I thought that was funny, and I sent a screenshot of them to one of my best friends. And I was like, oh, isn't this weird? And she's like, oh, I had the same exact experience. And I went online, and a lot of people are saying that their exes and people who used to have crush on them are all of a sudden reaching out because everyone's lonely and, you know, they remember the good times, not the bad, or something. I don't know the psychology behind it. And how it's just absolutely ridiculous, and it puts everyone in a bad situation.
Oh, let me ask you, that ex that we know about, the ex, did he reach out to you also?
No, not that one. Thank goodness, not that one.
Well, hold on a second. Hold on. Stop it, everything. Does your current boyfriend know that this is
Yes,
happening?
he does.
And how does it make him feel?
You didn't respond to him, right? And I was like, no. And he goes, all right. I can't control what people do.
Interesting, right?
No, I don't think that's interesting at all. I think that's disturbing.
It is, and it puts you in a bad situation.
It does.
Because I look like a jerk either way if I respond to them.
No, you
I
don't.
act like a
You
jerk
see,
to my
this is the part
boyfriend.
I don't like. You don't look like a jerk.
You do. If I respond to them, I'm either going to say,
You don't
like, hey, what's
respond.
up? But that's the thing. But then I look like a jerk to them.
But they're a jerk.
Yes.
For doing that.
Fully.
And they weren't, then they wouldn't be your ex. So
Exactly.
clearly.
So
hence
I have a
ex.
big fight with my ex, and she comes out to me, oh, I miss you. Yeah, uh-huh.
Yeah, what happens if your ex wife
Buy a cat.
starts texting you.
Buy a cat.
You're going to buy a cat?
No, tell her buy a cat.
Oh,
Go
buy
hug a
Val?
tree. Go hug a tree. First of all, it ain't never gonna happen. Second of all, if it ever did happen, was to go buy a tree, go hug a tree, go do goodbye.
No, you guys, it's different because you've got children and grandchildren together, so that
It
will
ain't
never
different.
change. Absolutely.
It's not.
You
You know,
share
I
children.
could really put you on the spot here, but I'm really nice, so stop it.
I'm going to stop it then.
That's right. I could put you in the spot.
All right, we've got a guest joining us. We've got
Look at
Pamela
Sturdy Red.
Chanel Day.
Breaking news.
Joining us on the set. I can't believe it's 1:20 already. How you doing, honey?
I'm great. How are you?
We are good. Wow, look, she moved her room around, her set. We get to see everyone's backdrop a little bit more.
Yes. Yes.
How was the when you did your talk? How did it go?
Oh, it was fabulous. You know, and just seeing people come on literally from all over the world, I realized what a value of the timing we're in right now, because we would have been in person, yet here we were virtually all over the world. People from Sweden, all over the U.S., Canada, everywhere. South Africa, I mean, everywhere in the world.
And it was all week long, and you spoke on Wednesday. What did you talk about?
I spoke on Wednesday, yes, and it is all week long. It's wrapping up today. People can go on and they can buy recordings of the speakers, and everyone just gave so much. I spoke on relevancy. I spoke on what are we doing in our lives right now, and is it relevant to where we want to go? As we're reinventing lives, we're looking at what are we spending our time on? Who are we spending our time with? What are we up to? And how much is it correlating, if you will, or going in the same direction with where we want to be?
That's really interesting because everyone's trying you're on the hamster wheel and you're going to keep yourself busy and going, but is it relevant to where you want to be?
Right. Right. You know, a lot of times we fall into that, Dawn. We fall into that, you know, staying busy to stay busy. And before we realize it, we've spent our time, but we haven't necessarily gotten where we want to really go in life. So I think that's incredibly important.
You know, it's really funny because it doesn't even matter if you've been successful, not successful, because you've never been through what we're going through right now. And some people say, okay, I'm going to make a comeback or I'm going to come back out. And you sort of have to make your adjustments as you go along to get to that point where it's the highest consistencies. What we said, the most consistent thing in the world is change. So change is upon us. So you have to do these things consistently. So then you run across somebody who can speak to you and say, let's look at your strongest assets and let me tell you what I've been through and let me show you the best way of doing it so you can formulate that plan. And that's what I applaud. These are the things that I need to hear more of, and we've been doing that all week, by the way.
I love the relevancy piece. I mean, you bring things to awareness that you just don't think about. You're not just skimming the surface on reinventing. You just go to another layer. To me, it's digging deeper, but maybe to others, it's going above it. Because as everyone's working, everyone's busy to keep busy, is it being productive to where you want to go next? Or are you just on that hamster wheel spinning, and what didn't work before is not going to work now? What is relevant to how you need to change you, how you need to elevate you, your business, your life? Not everyone's in the working world, right? We've got some people that are stay-at-home parents, people that are in school. They're not only in the working world, but is it relevant for you and where you are in life right now is where you start at?
Yeah, and you know, and to realize that the best thing, you know, I've been talking about this all week, spoke about it on the conference, spoke about it in my mastermind groups, talk about it on air with people. It's the best thing we did last year is already old. And I think that is the piece to remember. We have to remember that to really stay up with even our own lives, we have to keep evaluating what we did. It's like that old, you know, don't rest on your laurels. I find this time to be more exciting and be more a time of possibilities than any time ever, because people are, for the most part, pretty stationary and they have the time to create things. And that's what I love. Like, That's what I'm so excited about, and why this reinvented life is so important. It's different for every person, but still being the place of creation and just watching and talking to people what they're creating. I find it really exciting.
And are you able to get feedback while you're speaking, or is this you're just speaking? Do you get people commenting back and forth? Is it interactive at all?
It depends what platform I'm on. Now, on that virtual summit, yes, I was able to react to people's comments. And a lot of times when I'm on Zoom, people can ask me questions and comments. I'm really excited. I just had a conversation yesterday about someone to employ a live Q&A. And that's really my thought is I'd love to have some roundtables. I'd love to have some live Q&A. So we could be having this dialogue, although it's virtual, it's still with other people online and on their screens, and we're really having a live roundtable.
I think we talked to someone earlier this week, and they said where they are right now, they don't want to be out just talking to people. They want this interaction.
Exactly. The interaction is, again, what makes it most relevant, because this book and the work I do is not a one-size-fits-all. It's only the beginning. It's like the recipe card, right? But what you put into the recipe and how you finesse it to yourself and how you make it more realistic to yourself, that's what's going to make it a more meaningful experience. So right now, what excites me the most is being able to have meaningful experiences with people where we're addressing things that are really important to them.
And what do you find, and what are people commenting on your different calls and different platforms?
The most common question I get, and of course I have it right on the top of the book, is how does one embrace change? You know, change is scary, and Freddie, as you were just saying, you know, to be consistent, and the one thing that's consistent is change. And we can know that here. We can know that intellectually is the case. But how does that move into our emotions? How does that move into our heart? That is the question, Dawn, that most people are asking is, how do they do it? What's the principles of it? I have 5 principles in the Reinvented Life. And every single thing we do, whether it's work, whether it's in the community, health and wellness, relationships, whatever one may be up to, it's the same 5 principles every single time. And that is the question most people are asking is, okay, how? Because we can't make to-do lists and expect sustainable change. We have to start adopting some principles into our life in order that it become real. Otherwise, you know, we can do it in a little bit of an imposter way, but is it really our authentic self? And is it really something that's making a sustained change for them in their lives?
Sustain. That's the key word. You know, it's really funny because you've lived in your life constant change. You know, you've developed and you've gone out. You've come from the other side of the moon, for lack of a better word, and you have always been in motion to this change. So for you, this is second nature. For us, what we do every day is second nature, and we take on challenges and everything else. And it's funny because I remember when Teddy first started with us, you know, and her eyes were this big. And in the last few weeks, this kid has learned more than I've learned in 12 years of doing this.
She now teaches us.
And now she even knows more than us. She can remember. She got a better memory than I. But you have been living the life of change, and that you are able to explain to people about themselves, about what you've been through, but about themselves. That's remarkable. If you think about that, that is the most remarkable tool you can think of. Deep change for the betterment of not only her, but for everybody around them.
And what so excites me right now is that it really is so accessible for people. We don't have to feel like it's this elusive thing that we can't get. It's these 5 simple principles that I've developed over time, tested over time, proved over time, and now it excites me because it's all access. You know, everyone, no matter what they're up to in life and the changes they want to make, boil down to these 5 principles. And it excites me. it's in my passion, Freddie, and it is about my life's purpose to bring this. We all have gifts that we bring, each and every one of us, but it's in the receiving of those gifts. When people are opening to receive it, that real transformation can take place. So I'm excited about it because the more and more people are open, the more and more people can have more joy and feel more mindful in their life. Does it mean everything's going to be perfect? No. You know, we still have challenges, but if we can overcome those challenges twice as fast, I think it's a great gift to give.
And I'm going to ask you, one of your tips, is it, say you embrace change today and you go, wake up, I got this. This is what I'm going to do. This is my focus. I'm good. You may be good for 24 hours if you're lucky. You go to sleep and you reboot. It's like what happened to you last night. I don't know, between 8:30 when I left you and 8:30 when you came back in, you went like a 180, right? You wake up, did you remember the amazing day we had yesterday? No, you fell right into the rabbit hole at 8:30 this morning. How do we keep that focus going the next day? You rebounded beautifully by 9:30. However,
that isn't true. That isn't true. I didn't fall into any rabbit hole. If you take a hammer, if you take a hammer and you hit somebody in the hand, it's gonna hurt, right?
Yes.
Well, that was what you saw. That's all. A lot of things happen.
Yeah, but it happens to a lot of people. So we read your book and we go, this is where I am. This is my focus for today. And you in your room, you're meditating, you write it down, you're journaling, and you walk out and your kids are fighting. Or you walk out and your spouse says, I just lost my job. Or you walk out and your dishwasher flooded. I mean, whatever it is, you need those tools to hold on to everything you just did in your sanctuary to keep it going. Do you have tools to help with that?
Yes, absolutely. And I like to be upfront. This is about the most real talk, realistic work you can do. There are going to be challenges not only every day, every hour, every minute. It's not about the external pieces that are happening in your life. My tip is it's about internal. So the measurement, it's like I describe in the book. It's like a rubber band. You take a rubber band, you stretch it. Very easy to see how that could be expanding yourself, going forward, making moves ahead. When you let go of that rubber band for a moment, maybe something comes up, like you say, with your kids, spouse, friend, anything going on in life, it's going to cause you to lose sight of that rubber band for a moment or lose grip on it, right? It's going to fall back. It's going to go back. But the key is, and the tip is, remember that by expanding it, that rubber band never goes back to its original shape. It's grown a little. You think about stretching a rubber band 1,000 times. Over time, it loses elasticity. That's because each time you've grown a little. So the tip is relish on where you've grown, not where you feel you're falling back to. It's the same analogy with the hummingbird itself. The hummingbird can fly forward. The hummingbird can fly sideways, almost flutter in place. And the hummingbird can fly backwards. It doesn't mean that there's not progress still happening because the hummingbird is in perpetual motion. And that's the tip. Stay in perpetual motion and be grateful for what you have done, because when you get back to it, you're going to be a little more expanded.
I think that is the key, the perpetual motion. Strategic,
You know, not for
whatever it
nothing.
is.
Let me ask you.
I am always in perpetual
Let
motion.
me ask you a question. Let me ask you. When you come in here, that you're on a
Perpetual motion?
No, you're on planet Cahusac, another planet, and we all watch you. And you
Yes.
do this, and the buttons, and the pushing, and that. Nobody says to you, you're in the rabbit hole. We all know. It's expected. It's not who you are. It doesn't define you.
Well, the question was really, how do we continue the momentum and the progress we make so you're not going backwards? It's not the cha-cha. You don't want to go one step forward and 2 steps back. You want to, even if it's baby steps, you want to keep going. You want to keep building on what you're building on and what you're building on, taking that neck, and then there'll be like a giant leap.
Well,
Right,
what
and
if you change this morning to an afternoon change? As long as you keep in the positive format of where you're going, your delivery could be different. Doesn't always have to be the same. And I love the fact when I go against the grain and everybody gets mad at me, and then I say to them, you know, you're 100% right. Because sometimes they got to hear their own words to believe what they're saying. What about that one? Yeah, we did that this week too, didn't we? Sometimes it is delivery. It is the outstanding delivery, not of what you're saying, but what you're delivering. And that comes from inside. But you got to know who you are. Got to stay constant, in constant change.
Well, I'm excited because you're starting a new show on May 4th.
I can hardly wait for that.
Yes. I'm very excited. The Reinvented Life show. And, you know, one other tip I was going to share is that if you think of it in gratitude always. So let's use the example, Dawn. That's just real life, right? Husband loses the job, unfortunately. Kids are screaming. Arguments are happening. That's real life. This is not, you know, a museum for life. This is real stuff.
True.
What I would share with you, if you are always in gratitude, inside, like Freddie just said, inside, be grateful that you have your kids. Be grateful that you have your husband. Be grateful for the blessings that are in your life. And it doesn't mean it's perfect. And it doesn't mean that bad things happen. But the gratitude can be the constant. Our minds need constant because they're change adverse, they're risk adverse. It's like going against gravity sometimes when you want to change. But if you're going through the outside motions of shifts, but inside, you're grounded, you're in gratitude, you're in internal peace, then that's the tip of what makes handling all the other stuff, that's just the busy work, right? Because the real work is feeling blessed for what you have.
And that was the theme of everything we kind of summed up this week was doing the internal work, gratitude, forgiveness.
But the bottom line, it's nothing works if you aren't doing it from a deeper place.
Oh, of course.
I love the fact when people actually sit in front of me and they tell me things that they think I want to hear. Why do you do that? Don't waste your time.
You like the Pope.
No, it has nothing to do with being the Pope. It has to come from within. You have to believe what you're saying. This is why I love sometimes going against the grain and having them convince me that what they believe is real, because sometimes I don't believe it. Sometimes I think you just want me to end an argument. You ever get into an argument with somebody and they want to end it, and what do they say? Okay, you're right. Okay, you got me there. When you say okay, you don't believe it. That's why I hate the word sure. You ever talk to somebody and they go, sure. Well, you want to do this? Sure. And you don't want to do it. You're telling me sure, so I shut up.
That's not true, though.
It is. It's been my experience.
Okay.
So I want you to
Okay,
feel,
sure.
I want you to feel with all sincerity that you are the best at what you do and you're going to bring it. Because we always said, it doesn't make a difference if you're the best if you don't extend from the elbow, right?
True.
So I love your concept. When I first met you, I told you the same thing because I truly believe that you are the best at what you do. I see it, I sense it, I feel it. So I would sit here and I will listen to the 5 points. I will listen to 10 points. I will make my own 5 points. I love the fact that you sent out this thing with giggles. I thought it was fantastic. You're the reason I came in the way I came in this morning, and you don't even realize that. You think I'm spinning it. I'm not. You said, write a letter. I wrote the letter. I was upset. I'm upset about what's going on in Atlanta. I'm upset about a lot of things. Am I entitled to be upset? Can I do it? Why? Because I'm on the air? I'm not human? I don't think so. I think I'm allowed because I believe in my feelings.
Absolutely.
So I'm not in the pot, baby. Listen, it takes a whole lot to get me off my game, a whole lot. But if you do something wrong, I'm going to tell you what you're doing. Ouch, you're doing something wrong. I'm going to tell you. And I think what's going on around us, there's a lot of wrong going on, a lot. And we're moving on it. We're talking about food, we're talking about kids, we're talking about all sorts of things. You got a great host from California. Gratitude, right? My list is long today with the line says gratitude on the bottom.
Always. Tell everyone how we can get your book and what we're going to talk about on your show.
So you can get my book at thereinventedlife.com. We are also so excited. The Reinvented Life has gone mobile, so you can also find the link to Amazon on reinvent.mobipop, that's MOBIPOP, all lowercase, .info. Reinvent.mobipop.info. And my show, The Reinvented Life, is really for real people. It's for real people to call in with questions, come on with questions, send them in. Let us help you, as the hummingbird, make your life and your business hum. And that's really the important part of all of this, is let's help people find more joy. The Reinvented Life is to fly. The Reinvented Life is about what are the possibilities, not just what we've been conditioned to know that our lives are supposed to be, but how to recreate something new. The reinvented, at the root of it is reinvent, and at the root of that is invent, and at the root of that is create. So we want to create, and the show's going to be all about wonderful creation for people.
We are so excited. It's going to be airing on our AMP Media Productions Network, The Reinvented Life, starting Monday, May 4th. As you say, May the 4th be with you. May 4th at 2:30.
And I'm going to tell you, I am getting texts now for people that want to follow your lead. At least 2 people. I got a phone call also that what we're doing is working. There are people that are coming forward for other shows that we produce. The numbers are there. You know, we produced Becky and Boca. I have never seen numbers like that in doing this in years. In 12 years, I've never seen the numbers of her last week's show. Steve-O called me that somebody just signed with him for the year. All sorts of bits of information, a beginning. I know, I'm shocked. But what do I tell them? I tell them, you know, you got to believe. I got Teddy doing more. I want Teddy to be a producer. I want her to be a director. I want her to do her own show. I want to push it out there.
Teddy, would you like your own production company? It's the only thing you don't have right now.
But the bottom line here is there's spokespeople. You're going to see Teddy one day at NBC, either behind the camera or in front of either directing or not. But the bottom line here is, without talking about the future, is that it's in your grasp and you can handle this. You just got to believe. I mean, I can't believe. Look at these things. They're coming in by the droves. It's time.
Told you
We're
yesterday.
turning the corner. I know. We're turning the corner, and this is all part of that. This is all part of its growth. You are affecting people that you don't know, that I've known for years, just by being on today and saying the things that you're on. I mean, I got to get on the phone afterwards. There's a whole lot of work to do, but it does work. It does happen.
Well, and Teddy, I just haven't even met, but know that if you believe that much, that's the point of all of this. That if we believe in the possibilities of others, we'll be on NBC. You know, it's a matter of belief. And a lot of you don't know my personal story on The Reinvented Life. We'll talk about everything. I'm very transparent about it. But I have gone from a place that literally I was morbidly obese, high cholesterol, high blood sugar, sugar levels through the roof. I was given a severe diagnosis from my doctor. And I have gone to that, to having lost over 160 pounds, living a life of health and wellness, always having that goal to get better. And the point is that people want to know whatever it is, whether it be health and wellness or their work or their community or their relationships, that all is possible. So I'm excited with The Reinvented Life to bring real people onto the show, to have guests, to talk about what everyday life is like, so that the main thing, and particularly in today's environment, people just don't feel alone. We're all here as a bigger community on both of those places, on reinvent.mobipop.info or at thereinventedlife.com. They can go on, they can send their name, they can send their comments. I'll reach out to them. I give 30-minute complimentary consultations to people just to let them know what may be possible for them.
Amazing. We are so excited. Pamela, Chanel, David, she's got a lot of names, but the Reinvented Life, the Hummingbird, oh my gosh, everything that resonates so much with who I am, who you are, your message. I cannot wait to get your show started. Next week, we have to do your open, we have to do your close, we have to do your coming back from commercial rejoin. We got a lot of work to do next week, so get your roll. And it's a good thing you don't sleep, is all I can say.
Yeah, I got a lot of hours in my day.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I'm going to relook at some of the lectures from this week, which is incredible. You sent me the link. People can do that also. Can you tell everyone how they can find that link?
Yes, they can find that link again right on reinvent.mobipop.info. Right in
It's
the
all
center.
there.
It's all there.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful weekend. Shabbat shalom, as they say.
Yes, Shabbat shalom. Good Friday. Happy Friday. Happy weekend to everyone.
Stay safe. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.
She's like a male version of DJ. I don't want to hear it.
She's female.
I'm saying she's like a female version of the male version of DJ.
DJ is male.
You always catch that downside spiral.
Say hi to Bree. Bree, we're thinking of you too. You know, she does so much music therapy. She can't even go into the senior centers right now and do what she does.
We should call Bree to come and do a segment with us on virtual. I saw her do something with somebody on Facebook.
I see. She even plays games on Facebook.
She does. Well, Bree's a very happy person. So she does all that. And she's always making me cry. That's why I don't call her.
She is like an angel. She
But
really
she won't be able to
is
see
an earth
me
angel.
crying.
I know. She's incredible. So, Bree, let's bring you on a virtual spot as well.
Absolutely. Now, I'm reading some of the stuff that's coming in on the draft yesterday because we did the show with Benny Blades. And they're talking about some surprising picks that were done, like the Packers picking a quarterback. The Packers were in the playoffs and Rodgers was there and everything else. They're thinking maybe he's slowing down. It's kind of strange. Now, you're a Dolphins fan, right?
My house is, yes.
You're not? Did you see who they picked?
No.
The quarterback from Georgia? That kid, he's Hawaiian, that kid, isn't he? Tutua?
Yeah, I heard that was a good pick.
I got to tell you something. Let me tell you something about that pick. He's injury prone because he was hurt, but he's tough. He's a tough kid. And he plays in Georgia, so Alabama. So the difference is he played around big boys. That kid could be the future of the Dolphins coming back, believe it or not. That's how big that pick was. You just picked a human being that is the size of Godzilla to be on the offensive line. I don't agree with the pick. I'm sorry. I just don't.
You know what I saw? You can get a Gronk shirt.
And I was going to bring this
I
up.
saw the jersey. You can get a Gronkowski shirt.
Did you see what he did yesterday in Tampa? He broke quarantine. Now, Gronk is a WWF wrestler now, right?
Gronk. His name kind of fits him, right?
And he has the beer. They took a picture of the beer, pouring the beer on himself, like a wrestler, saying the Gronk lands in Tampa. Boy, I'm going to tell you, Tampa better win.
She's so excited.
Tampa better win the Super Bowl. That's all I got to say. Oh, they're going to burn that town down. That's all I got to say. Him and Brady.
Should we get you a jersey?
For Tampa?
Gronk?
Ugh.
No?
I can't stand Gronk. I'm a Jet fan.
But you talk about him every day.
Because you know what I admire about sports?
What?
And about business? When you have a good hand and you play, Gronk has never hurt nobody. He's never said anything bad about anybody. He's just a very good player, very tall, strong player. They just had to put two guys on him and they mugged him and they should have been penalized. He's just good. And you get jealous of a team that has a lot of good players. And he's good. And I admire the fact that he has come out of retirement to play with Brady in Tampa. Just happens to be that's where they're going to hold the Super Bowl. This is going to be the biggest advertisement business deal you've ever seen. They already sold out their games. They're working on selling out practice. They're working on shirts and T-shirts. They're bringing a flood of money into that town, which needs it, right? But I'm not a Gronk fan.
I thought you were a Gronk fan. You know what I liked watching on the picks? These are kids. You know, they're home with their families. You got to see the human side of the draft last night. Sitting on the couch with their mom and dad, and they've got their headphones. They're watching it. it's at home. It just you realize these are kids, 22-year-old kids, that this can potentially change their life, their family's life forever. For positive, hopefully. They get what they want. They've worked really hard. This has been their lifelong dream. And then it comes to fruition. And you're not in a big pomp and circumstance. You're not in your suit. You're in your home, your community, where you trained, where you worked, where you went to school. All of these things is right there at home. That element of it, I like seeing that, the human side of it versus just the sports side. So maybe this is something, even though it had to be a change for the reasons it is, I kind of like that feel of it.
So you like the whole feel?
Yeah.
Had nothing to do with the draft?
No. It had nothing to do with the draft. To me, it was, you got to see these kids, because I lose sight of the fact that these are kids.
Yeah.
These are college kids. They're younger than your kids, younger than my kids.
Yeah.
You're younger than our producers. They've worked their whole life, elementary school, high school, college, right? And at this point, they're getting out of college, and this is their next step, this bridge into what they've worked so hard for, and they're with their parents, and no one is more proud than your family, your support system, and they're right there with you in your home setting. It's not about the big hotels and the lights and the red carpet. I like that hometown feel about it.
Now, did you notice the Detroit Lions drafted 3? And they drafted...
Now, if you asked me what color the couch and the easy boy chair was, I might be a better chance of knowing that answer.
But the
than no.
Detroit Lions, you know, because you did a show yesterday.
Yes.
On the same number 3 pick, defensive back, Benny Blades.
Yes.
They drafted the same thing. Like a mini Benny Blades, they drafted. How ironic is that? I mean, Benny looks in the mirror and you turn the clock back 30 years and you're looking at yourself. It's the same position, same team, same pick, and they pick a defensive back just like Benny Blades. That is really strange.
You know, it would be really interesting, though. You give me this vision of, like, a look back in the mirror, right? It's like Benny looking at, it's not his younger self, but a younger image of how football has changed, how it's the same pick, the same situation, the 22-year-old versus the 50-something-year-old, how that has changed.
It's like the movies. It's what movies are made of.
And football has changed. He's talked about that all the time. It's not a concussion sport. It's not a contact
It's a collision
sport.
sport.
It's a collision sport.
It's a collision, 2 bodies colliding against each other.
But, you know, and I would ask, and I think we've asked them, what would you tell your younger self going into this? Like, what would some of these all-stars, some of these guys that are the icons of football, to tell these younger kids coming out, would it be different if it was you then? Would you still do it?
You know, it's funny because I know the players' mentality and how they think instinctively and everything else. What I would like Benny to do is to get me some coaches. I would like to talk to the coaches, the head coaches, because they see the game in a completely different window. It's a chess match to them. Moving move to move, changing strategies that is constantly moving. If you go into a game thinking that it's a one-dimensional game, you're not going to win that game. And if you want to know what separates Bill Belichick from everybody else, is that he's constantly changing even his own game. And I would love to see 2 players, offensive, defense.
2 at 2?
Yeah.
2 and 2?
With a coach in between. And talk about the same game, and you're going to get 3 different opinions.
Probably more than 3.
It's an interesting aspect. That's what that show 2-Minute Warning is all about.
So like I told you, never, ever, ever say never, because the one time you're going to say never is the one thing you're going to get. And if you had ever told me, like I said earlier this week, that you and I would be co-hosting a show about football with Benny Blades from the University of Miami and Bobby Harden, a former Miami Dolphins player, and all these other players that are coming forward, that we would even be talking about the draft on a show, in a million years, I would have told you were out of your freaking mind.
Well, I'm going to give you.
And here we are.
I'm
There's
going to
more?
give you another level of out of your freaking mind.
Is there more?
I'm going to make a prediction. You ready? We got breaking news. You want to predict?
Who's going to be in the Super Bowl this year?
No.
Okay.
We're going to be at the Super Bowl this year.
Yes, we are.
We're going to be doing a show from there. We're going to do Benny Blaze show from there.
From Media Row, Radio Row.
From Radio Row or a different platform, but we're going to be there somehow, some way. And we are going to give back when we're there as well. We're going to take Beasley Radio with us because they've been so nice. We're going to talk to different affiliates to get there. We got, how many months is there in the year? 12? What are we in, 4? So we got about 9 months to put this together. But that was the game plan when I first met Benny, That was my game plan. That's what came to my, and I see it more now than ever before because of what I saw yesterday. This is going to be some ride. And you wait till Chucky finds out. You're going to be at the Super Bowl in Tampa.
Coming?
Doing the show. Doing the show. And wouldn't it be great?
Sleeping bags at
But
Gio's
wouldn't
house?
it be great if Tampa were playing the New York Giants in the Super Bowl? Wouldn't that just like freak you out?
Wow.
I mean, think about it. It's like if I said in Tampa, the Jets and the Giants are going to play in the Super Bowl. I'm going to tell you, I once said, I saw a documentary in 1990 something, and it talked about how the Mets and the Yankees would never play in the World Series. Never. In a gazillion years would that ever be possible. And it happened. The Yankees and the Mets played. The Yankees won it because they cheated, but that's a different story. But they played, and I didn't care who won because I could die peacefully now. Because I was told that was never going to happen. When I was 6, when I was 12, when I was 26.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine if that happens this year?
Can you imagine?
Well, think about it. What normally
if the
happens.
Giants and the Jets played in Tampa.
I'm talking baseball. I'm talking New York.
No, I'm not talking about baseball. I already seen that. I'm talking about football. I have never seen or ever thought. The Giants have been twice. The Jets have been only once. The Giants, I think, have been 5 times, whatever. The Giants have been successful.
So what's your prediction?
The Jets and the Giants in Tampa at the Super Bowl. And Teddy and I, we're going to be on opposite ends of the spectrum. But you know something, Teddy? If that were ever to happen, who cares who wins? Man, who cares who wins?
True.
And you know it will be felt all over the world because New York City
Amen.
it needs a whole lot of loving right now, whether it's there or here or anywhere, right?
Absolutely.
But God works in mysterious ways, and let me tell you. I was there the night that the Mets came back and beat Atlanta, right after 9/11. They postponed the games for a week. And when Mike Piazza hit that home run in center field, man, I'm going to tell you, it was there for everybody to see. It was a witness of greatness. It was God saying, you know what, we're going to give you a night to heal. It was the most fantastic thing I've ever seen. But can you imagine? Here we go again. Here we go again. The reason I can say that is because I got that feel again. I'm telling you. So you get another layer ready. You ain't seen nothing.
Who you betting on?
If it's the Giants and the Jets, I don't bet on nobody. That's a game. I take the parlay. I say I don't care who wins.
Nice.
Because in my day, at my age, I just take my sons with me and says, this is what life is about. This is what the future looks like. It's about hope. Boom. It's about wanting things, getting it done. And who cares who wins that game? That would be the most, for me, as a New Yorker, would be the greatest thing in the world.
I think
Of
for a
course,
lot of people.
if Tampa wins, if Tampa gets in, do you care who they play? Doesn't matter. Tampa deserves it, right? Brady deserves it. I would root for Tampa if they got in. Not because of anything else, but because the 43-year-old came back and says, I could, and he did, if they get in.
There you have it. Nice way to end our week.
So way to go, baby.
Nice way to end the week on the Brooklyn Cafe Show. However, the day is not over, so stay tuned. At 3 o'clock, you've got the Florida Love Show coming up with Kenny Love. We've got Cantor Sharon and some other amazing guests joining his show at 3 o'clock. Also at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock is the Momentum Mindset Show with Jay Farrow and Janine Davis. And there is nothing like tuning in to the two of them to see how they've gotten through with their week, to help us get motivated, to be authentically who they are. Jay is back to playing the piano at night on
I saw that.
on Facebook, which is always means it's always a good sign. I love that. And then at 7 o'clock, you've got the Sex Guys.
Sex Guy with the Siegel Brothers, best sex radio talk on the air. And the last show blew up the scene because they finally got the video to work and everybody was in there. Numbers were ferocious. I can't believe there were people from Miami writing up because I get to see everything is written. We need to talk to you. We need to do something together. And I bet you they don't even know it. I guarantee you they don't even know it.
And then at 7:30, we're going to do a re-airing of the Kids in Capes. You want to talk about gratitude? Get your gratitude journal. Get a nice fluffy pen if you want. It's all about gratitude. And as they say from the mouths of babes, this is one of those shows that you definitely want to watch the recap on. That's tonight at 7:30, airing on our AMP Media Productions Network and live on re-airing on WWNN. Have a great weekend, everyone. Please be kind to each other. Get your momentum. Be happy, be safe, and we will see you Monday, 9 a.m. breakfast time.
Don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show is over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. Well, see you next time.